Hello, Chaz here again from Physio Fitness. Today we're going to do a very short home exercise workout for the core muscles, so the muscles that are really important in our posture. There's a number of reasons why they might get a little bit weak. Sadly, the aging process, the over 55s population, so 55 upwards, there's a deterioration in general, not for everybody, but in general, there's a little bit of loss of strength and conditioning in there. For those of you that have been unfortunate enough to have a long-term illness or injury, forcing you to be inactive, we can lose a little bit of core strength. And the ladies during and post-pregnancy sometimes find that they've lost a little bit of core strength. So this little mini session is really useful for quite a lot of us. And all you need is, I'm on a kind of a dining room chair. It's a nice comfortable dining room chair or an office chair, yourself of course, and something like this. This is a broom handle without the broom, but you can use anything similar as long as you've got enough width on that to hold it at shoulder width apart. So it could be an umbrella. If you use a walking stick, it can be a walking stick. That's absolutely fine. Try not to have anything too heavy. Great. All right, so we're doing things with the core, so we need to get the core working. So the first thing we need to do is get ourselves in the right position. So we don't want to enjoy the luxury of the chair's back support, we want to support ourselves. So what I need us all to do now is to shuffle forwards on our backsides to the front of the chair. Make sure your feet are comfortably on the floor. So the postural position we're going to sit in when we do each of the exercises. Nice and easy, so let's sit as tall as we can. So we're trying to get the crown of our head up towards the ceiling. That's the start point, and then we're going to draw the tummy button in and back towards our spine. Make sure you can breathe in that position. Straight into it then. Our first exercise, all we're going to do about shoulder width apart on the broom handle or whatever you're using. And all we're going to do is lift it up to shoulder high there. And the exercise is to simply draw the elbows back and extend them back out. And I would just suggest to count over about a second. So perhaps the word elephant. So 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant. That will give you a nice rhythm. And what we're doing the whole time is concentrating through this core in holding that tall seated posture with that belly button back. And we're in and we're out. And when we get to number 10, so 9 elephant, 10 elephant, we lower it down. And if you need a little break from that, just sit back into the chair, let the backrest do its job, and just relax. Great stuff. All right, second one then. I'll prompt you again to get into position. Same thing, so we're going to shuffle forwards towards the edge of the front edge of the chair. We're going to have our feet flat on the floor. And once again, we're going to grasp the broom handle or whatever you're holding at shoulder width apart. So we're sitting tall, we've got our belly button pulled towards our back, and once again we're going to lift up to shoulder high. Now this time I want your spine and everything upwards of your hips to move, but I want your hips and everything below that to stay perfectly still. And all we're going to do is twist across to one side and then steadily come back across to the other. And I suggest a count of 3 for this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do 10 of those. By doing that count, we don't jerk it around, but let everything follow it. So the head goes, the shoulders go, the upper body goes, but the hips stay exactly where they are. 10 of those, once again, rest it on the thighs. If you need to, shuffle back, sit into the chair and have a little bit of recovery. Fantastic, that's 2 down, just 1 more to go. Stay with me. Same start position. Let's do that without prompting initially, give you a chance to try that. So get into that start position for me. Good, so hopefully you've all shuffled towards the front of your chair. You've made sure your feet are flat on the floor. You've sat up as tall as you can, and you've pulled your belly buttons in towards your spine. For those of you that got that right, well done. Alrighty, so this time then, we're going to have the pole down, resting just off of our thighs, is our bottom position. And all we're going to do this time is we're going to lift up nice and steadily above the head and back down under control. And again, get a nice rhythm with it. So probably 1 second up and 1 second down. So 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, and we're going to take that up to 10. Now don't worry if your arms don't go all the way above your head like mine. If they're here, that's just fine, because it's the core that we're trying to challenge. We're not working out through the shoulders. When you've done your 10, rest that pole down, sit back, nice and comfortable, and breathe. Well done if you've picked up on that and you've gone through that. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, I'd suggest that you just increase the number of repetitions, so perhaps from 10 to 12 to 14 and so on, until you're up at a fairly strong number. Then after that you could consider something slightly heavier, but just go careful on that. Great exercises for the core, nice and easy to do, all from the comfort of a chair in your house with a very simple object just to raise and lower. I hope that helps some of you out. Keep watching us, we've got lots more tips coming out to make sure that you stay fit, healthy, strong and avoid injury. Bye bye now.